Sitting in front of a keyboard, my mind goes blank. Every time I know I should start, I can't. And I can only start if there's someone else relying on me. If there's a deadline I have to meet, if someone else is relying on me for that thing. I don't think I can push myself to do large projects that I come up with myself. I can get fired up for spurts of things. Small, short spurts. Maybe late at night when I'm in the shower, thinking about what I'll do the next morning when I wake up. And then the next morning comes around and it turns out I don't want to do anything. I don't end up doing it. I can't propel myself to the places I want to go creatively. And if there is something I have to do, I feel like there's just enough time for me to do it and nothing else. If I'm supposed to do something today, I'll put it off. Distraction after distraction. Maybe I'll work my way up to sit in front of the computer, but it won't feel good. Something won't feel good. Then time is spent distracted, until at the very end, somehow I end up doing the thing I need to do, but it's slicing into the time where I'm supposed to be sleeping, relaxing, and not thinking of work. And then I have a terrible night, and then the next day I wake up later than usual, not ready to tackle whatever the day's tasks are supposed to be. And I'm instead stressing at night, stressing in the morning, and that time just disappears. There's not enough time to do anything. This happens whenever I'm alone or when I'm with people. I'll end up isolating myself and berating myself for the things I'm unable to do. Responsibility is always there, lurking around the corner. But somehow I always end up with my face glued to the bed, indulging in mindless scrolling. And I forget for a little while what it feels to be a failure. Being on YouTube, scrolling through Instagram Reels, makes me forget what it's like to feel useless. My face will stay glued to that bed, and thoughts will run through my brain. They'll be like, I need to get up. I need to stop. I'm stuck. Get up. I gotta do work. And even though I'm hearing these voices within myself, telling myself to be productive, to do the things that I consider successful, somehow I still end up getting lured deeper into the stupor. Laying down especially, my body sinks into it. I'm not even the same boy who was motivated the night before, fired up after finishing an anime or walking out of a gym or finishing up a run or pumped up in the shower. Who is this kid? Who is this guy? This is not the same person. And that's the damnedest thing. I'm also that guy, the guy who will push himself to extremes. I will run and run and run even if I'm in terrible pain. I will do cold showers for a year for the heck of it. I'll dance in front of hundreds of people. I'll passionately advocate for causes that I believe are worth fighting for. I will explore the deepest parts of my consciousness and myself. I'll be vulnerable. I'll push myself to the limits. And I will have dreams and have grand visions and have optimistic faith in myself that it will all work out in the end. But when I sit in front of a computer, something's off. There's a deep sense of inadequacy. Whatever I create, it won't be any good. Maybe it's better to lie back on the bed. The sheets are so warm and comforting, perhaps just for a few moments. And I'm always planning, watching videos about filmmaking, animation, creating art. I'm picking up tips and tricks and keyboard shortcuts that I'm gonna store away, but will I ever get back to them? Creating in itself is damning. I will draw, I will write, and I will do whatever, but there will be this hammer of perfection that will clang down. Every part of the process has to be hammered out to perfection, whether that's the outline, the sketch, the filling in of the details. It's the hammer that's coming down over and over and over again. My body is tense. I don't relax until I'm burnt out. And I look back at what I did, and maybe I have just the outline done or the sketch done. And it's pretty good. I've hammered out so many of the kinks, but something's off. Only the first 2 steps have been completed. And then I'm like, fuck, god damn it. The future is bleak. I've put so much energy into completing the first step. How the hell am I gonna get to the end? It's like running a marathon, but I can see the end from the very beginning. The end that I keep running towards, but it's so far in the distance, and I don't feel like I've made any progress. It's hurt so much to get there, and I can imagine myself at the finish line, but everything in between where I am and the finish line sort of congeals all together in my brain as one thing, and that's pain. But there must be a redemption story, right? In 10 years, realistically, I can't be stuck in this same place. And looking at that future sort of gives me hope. Imagining who I will be when I'm 30 gives me a little hope, but the work to get there right now is too much. My emotions and my senses are overwhelmed. I've been tense the entire time. Jumping on the bed with my phone would feel pretty good though. Maybe I can go under the covers. Maybe I can watch a YouTube video. Maybe that's for the best. And maybe tomorrow will be a better day. I'll finish everything up I didn't finish today. The future me can do it. But right now, I feel like a nap would feel the best.